You walk into a typical classroom, and numerous pairs of eyes follow your every movement. Most of the faces behind these eyes are similar in many ways, sometimes having childlike or teenage features, and each of them being taught the same things and hence expected to get the same results. What many people fail to realize is that this goes against the laws of diversity that they display outwardly. The idea of diversity encompasses recognizing, understanding, accepting, and respecting that each individual is unique. It's about understanding each other and moving beyond simple tolerance to embracing and celebrating the rich dimensions of diversity contained within each individual. But society has become so focused on end results and grades that it's hard for them to realize that each and every student has diverse skills and diverse talents that make them effective in attaining their dreams. I've noticed that many parents are obsessed with the final grades that their students produce. Some stress on it so much that some college students would rather commit suicide over a bad grade than face their parents' wrath. But that should not be so. What should matter is the effort and not the grade. Because in that very same class, there's an artist who has no interest in mathematics. There's a song artist who is not interested in physics. There's a player who has no dealings in history. And an inventor who cannot be bothered over French. Yet despite all this, they make the effort to make good grades. And I believe this should be appreciated. They are different. Accept it and support them in building their talents. And to the students, when you're in the middle of exams, sometimes it can feel like they're taking over your whole life. Usually between the age of 15 and 18, every holiday seems packed full of revision. And the fear that you won't get into the university that you want to often taunt you, or that you won't get the well-paying job you might have gotten. But one thing you should understand is that grades are just a bunch of letters and numbers, incapable of defining you as a person. Results are not something to write home about. Don't let that discourage you. Just keep trying your best. Many great individuals in history and in our generation did the very same thing. Jeremy Clarkson got a C and 2 U's in his A-level. That is an obvious fail in the eyes of society. But today, he's a popular broadcaster who has appeared on numerous TV shows. Simon Cowell, popular Got Talent judge, barely passed any exams. And everyone knows how Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg dropped out of Harvard to become 2 of the richest people in the world. Let these people inspire you to realize that grades don't define you. Haven't you ever wondered why the saying practice makes perfect has been around since the mid-1500s? It's because perfection cannot be achieved in one day or with one exam or one test. It is important to learn from your past mistakes and improve upon them, because knowing why you failed once can prevent you from making the same mistake later. Don't let failure beat you into quitting. Finding a solution to make things work is what leads to success. That is why giving up is the only true failure. I once read an article about Lowell Wood. He was constantly an F student in school and didn't seem to have a bright future based on his grades. However, he grew to become America's most prolific inventor. This so-called F student has invented and patented more things than anyone in US history. Thomas Edison was kicked out of school at the age of 12 for having poor math skills and the inability to concentrate. Today, he is known as one of the most successful inventors in human history. And even Winston Churchill had to repeat a grade in elementary school, yet he still played a prominent role in history. What we must understand is that everyone is unique in their own special way. No 2 people are the same, not even identical twins. They look alike, but they are very much different in relation to their interests, aspirations, and perhaps fears. Because once we are able to come to terms with this fact, we will find it easier to appreciate and boost one's uniqueness. And finally, always remember these words of wisdom from Steve Jobs. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most importantly, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. That is the way to make it in life.